Hello, beloved and precious people.
Hi.
Welcome to the channel. In this video, I want us to see how the entity of hell in its power metamorphosed Lucifer and his angels, turning them into Satan and the demons. For those of you who are new to the channel, this is the third video in the series where we are having an in-depth look at the entity of hell. So make a point to watch the previous videos in this series. Now remember that before God condemned Lucifer and his angels into hell, Lucifer was the most beautiful and splendorous angel in all of heaven. His beauty was therefore unmatched, but in his pride and selfish ambition, Lucifer had gone ahead to shift his allegiance and loyalty from good to evil, and from God to self. And with this he had tried to overthrow God Almighty from his seat of throne through military power, with no success. As a result of this insolent and selfish perpetration of Lucifer, God went ahead to create hell and the lake of fire, exclusively for Lucifer and his angels, as punishment and death for even trying to overthrow him. Now, after God had created hell and the lake of fire, he first of all proceeded to condemn Lucifer and his angels through an eternal decree. And in this decree God declared that the wages of all that Lucifer and his angels had orchestrated in heaven is death and eternal destruction in the lake of fire. He also declared with lifted hands that any of his creation that would take to evil like Lucifer, sin like Lucifer, or do anything in the spirit of Lucifer, their final destination shall be hell and the lake of fire together with Lucifer. With this decree God Almighty cast Lucifer together with the billions of his angels into the pit of hell. Now as Lucifer and his angels were falling into hell, they were still glorious, splendorous, and beautiful to look at. But as soon as their feet touched hell's floor, then the power of hell immediately transformed and terraformed their bodies, so that they lost their glorious bodies, and received a hell body that is commensurate with the evil dark side where they had shifted into. As I had said in my previous video, hell was given power by God Almighty to create, destroy, and reanimate any creature that falls into hell, and that is why the first thing hell did to Lucifer and his angels was to give them a hell body, which hell can destroy and reanimate over and over again, creating a non-ending stream of pain and anguish that never stops. So Lucifer, who had led the rebellion inside heaven, and who was the most splendorous angel in all of heaven, became transformed by hell into a hideous and ferocious reptilian dragon and serpent. The fallen angels, on the other hand, who had chosen to follow Lucifer while in heaven, were given grotesque and abominable body forms by hell. Many of Lucifer's angels were given a mixture of animal body parts, some belonging to amphibians, others to mammals, some to insects and crustaceans, but predominantly belonging to reptiles as hell saw fit. Hell, basically, transformed their bodies into anything it deemed fit by its evil and sadistic personality. In fact, some of Lucifer's angels received bodies that are indescribably horrible and disgusting. Anyway, once Lucifer and his angels had been given the hell body, then they began their non-ending pain, suffering, torture, destruction, and reanimation under the power of hell. In this way, hell turned Lucifer's angels into filthy creatures of the darkness that are very scary and disgusting to look at. So this is how hell, by the power vested in it by God Almighty, transformed Lucifer and his angels into Satan and the demons. What are your thoughts regarding this? Please do tell us in the comments.
Thanks for watching the video. I hope it has quickened your heart with understanding. I'd like to ask you to subscribe to the channel, press the bell notification so that you may get alerts every time we upload new videos. Don't forget to like the video, drop your comments, and also share the video on your social media. You can also support the channel to help us continue doing what we do to the glory of Christ. Shalom, Maranatha.